Good evening. Good evening. Give it another minute or so. This is going to be an audio on impromptu stream because don't exactly have the best lighting in the room I'm recording this, so we'll just go with audio instead. You'll still be able to hear my voice. You'll be able to hear me react. I'll share the screen for the first part of this, and same for the second part when I do a little bit of tier rankers. So yeah, this is gonna be a little fun. We're just gonna have a little fun Monday night impromptu live stream. And then, tomorrow we got our usual 3-point blitz at noon. This week will be episode 51, and then episode 6, everything on the table at 8 with Agent Warrior X. March Madness is starting to heat up, and I know Agent's a big fan of it, so definitely be talking about that. So without any further ado, let's dive into it. I thought it's a nice opportunity to try something a little different tonight. So we're going to actually doing a reaction to Mike Korzemba. Some of you guys, I'm sure some of you guys probably know him. For those of you that don't, Mike Korzemba, he's a longtime NBA content creator. And his main series throughout his history is What Ifs. So these are some of his. He's got some NBA trash talking stories, and there's what if scenarios. That's when his channel started to become really popular. So that's an interesting one right there. We're going to be reacting to. If you guys just want to haven't really watched his what ifs, just want to see quickly some of his what ifs he comes up with. He had, what if Michael Jordan played in the modern NBA? What if LeBron went to college? That was a real popular one. What if Harden was never traded to the Rockets? This one was a popular one. And there was also, this one too. What if Kobe went to college? This scenario had him and Iverson, his teammates, on the Sixers, which I think in the short term would have been exciting, but in the long term, it just wouldn't have worked with those two as teammates. But that's not the one I wanted to react to. I wanted to react to his newest what if. Give it 1 second. We'll get this out the way, so make sure I turn up the volume a little bit so you guys can hear. This what if is what if Luka Doncic was drafted number 1. So, all right, we'll keep it on mute. We can't skip the ad. I'll stop sharing for now. All right, so yeah, I had to stop sharing for just a second, so give it a second, folks. So I'll share this in just a second. And we're going to listen to this what if. It's going to be what if Luka Doncic was drafted number 1 by the Phoenix Suns in the 2018 NBA draft. The real life pick there was DeAndre Ayton, who played a role in that 2021 NBA Finals appearance. But we're going to see this altered scenario. We're going to have a little fun. Watch this just for fun. See what Mike Korzemba, I remember one of his what ifs, he admits he uses what if sports simulator to simulate for his videos. So long story short, without any further ado, let's dive right into it. The video right here from Mike Korzemba. What if Luka Doncic was drafted number 1? If you guys want to see the link to it so you can watch it yourself on your own time, there's the link to it right there. So let's get right into it. Volume up.
In the 2018 NBA draft, the Phoenix Suns had the chance to do what every team dreams of. Draft a loyal franchise superstar who was also a legitimate generational talent. Luka Doncic
on offensive side, absolutely.
Was on the board, but the Suns overthought. He was too slow. He couldn't jump high. Back in 2018, he didn't fit the mold of a true NBA superstar. But
Luka's more of a complete superstar than Ayton, but to be fair, Ayton did play a key role in that 2021 finals run. particularly with rebounds, and he was still solid on offense, getting about 14 points per game, getting over 10 boards. So, yeah, Luka's the better all-around player, but to be fair, Eden was not the worst decision in the world. It's not like they drafted Kwame Brown over Luka Doncic.
How things have changed. Number 1 pick DeAndre Ayton, the 43.5 vertical leaping logical choice, has never made an all-star team. Luka was first-team All-NBA in his second season. His greatness was immediately undeniable. And because Phoenix made the NBA Finals without Luka, we are left with the biggest of questions. What if we could go back? What if we could erase one of the NBA's biggest mistakes and instead...
The Commissioner Adam Silver just about ready to step to the microphone.
With the first pick in the 2018 NBA Draft, the Phoenix Suns select Luka Doncic from Ljubljana, Slovenia and Real Madrid.
And because Luka goes number 1, the top of the 2018 draft breaks down. DeAndre Ayton slides to pick number 2. Sacramento gets a huge...
Let's see, Kings, DeAndre Ayton. Oh, that would have been good for at least a center, because this was right after they traded Cousins to the Pelicans. And then you got the Hawks, Marvin Bagley. But let's take a... Well, initially they picked Luka and then swapped. You got Grizzlies, Jaren Jackson. Mavs still get Trae Youngs. So I'm guessing the Hawks still swap, which is horrible for the Mavs now. Mohamed Bamba, Wendell Carter, Colin Sexton, Kevin Knox, Mikal Bridges to the Sixers, SGA to the Hornets, Miles Bridges, Jerome Robinson, Michael Porter Jr., so we'll skip past that.
Right into the 2019 season, where Luka is instantly a one-man highlight reel.
It says the Suns go 21 and 61, so not that much better team record-wise.
Passing is electrifying, and Devin Booker gets more open looks than he's ever seen. Only, even as the two become friends, not rivals, the Suns have an empty roster and win just 20.
Here's the updated Warriors, Nuggets, Blazers, Rockets, Jazz, Thunder, Spurs, Clippers. Pretty much mostly the same. Yep. Blazers, Thunder, pretty much.
1 games. But every contender hates seeing Phoenix on their schedule as Luka and Book are annoying. They push to win every game.
Right, so 2019, we already kind of know, same thing as real life. Raptors win.
Benefit from this, though. They win 5 more games, and DeAndre Ayton makes the Rookie of the Year race tight because of his team's record. But the media still loves Luka. Like LeBron in 2004, the trophy goes to the best player, and suddenly, all eyes are on the Phoenix Suns.
Luka and Devin Booker as teammates. This is going to be interesting.
And while the MVP and playoffs stay the same, the 2019 draft is where the butterfly effect gives us a massive change. But quickly, if you do love the what ifs, they take so much time to make, but I'm willing to do 1 a month. I need to know the interest is there, though, so and because Dallas plummeted in the standings, the Washington Wizards get pick number 1. A generational talent who quickly becomes a generational headache in Zion.
That would have been perfectly suited for the Wizards. All the troublemakers they've had pass through their locker room.
On Williamson. This draft has not aged well. The Pelicans do not get the answer they are looking for in Ja Morant at pick number 2, as his...
Well, to be fair, and who would have been interesting? Ja to the Pelicans, because they would have... I mean, Ja was better than Zion ultimately. Now, maybe in those early 2020s, some of those years they were on the cusp of the play-in, maybe with Ja being more available, they would have done better in those early years, but as time went along, the off-the-court issues and the injuries would have caught up to them, and the Pelicans would have been stuck in a similar situation they're at in real life.
Own off-court issues do not magically disappear. Overall, this is just a weird draft lottery. The Grizzlies...
RJ Barrett, DeAndre Hunter, Darius Garland, Jarrett Culver, and Kobe White, Jackson Hayes, Cam Reddish, Rui Hachimura to the Grizzlies. That's an interesting one. PJ Washington, who else? Tyler Hero to the Heat, Romeo Langford,
ball to pick number 10 and take a nice piece in Rui Hachimura. Ja Morant does change the 2019 offseason, though. As let's remember, Anthony Davis was traded to the Los Angeles Lakers for a package that mainly consisted of Lonzo Ball and Brandon Ingram. However, the Pels were also good with Kyle Kuzma. They just wanted 2 of those 3 players. And now with Ja Morant on the roster, it makes much more sense that they would push for Kuzma. So Lonzo Ball stays a Laker, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is still traded to the Thunder. The Clippers give up a now possible MVP and a ton of picks for Paul George, planting the seeds for a future rivalry between our main character, Luka Doncic, and his soon-to-be enemy, Shai. But for now, let's focus on Luka versus Paul George and the Clippers. In the 2020 season, the Suns are one of the NBA's most exciting teams.
Move up to the 7th.
In year 2, Luka rises to unstoppable levels, already averaging a near 30-point triple-double, and in a twist of fate, the Suns leap up and directly take the place of the Mavericks against the Clippers in the first round of the 2020 playoffs. Now, in the original playoffs, Dallas pushed Los Angeles to 6 games and Luka starred, but the Mavericks couldn't pull through after Kristaps Porzingis suffered an injury. This time, though, Devin Booker.
Well, my thing is here, you don't have DeAndre Ayton, who was a key piece in those early 2020s, especially for rebounds and inside the paint. And he was getting a block per game in that finals run throughout the season on average. So who's going to be that guy inside the paint and getting you those rebounds?
And Luka are healthy and they're out for blood. Book scores 35 points to tie this series 2-2. Then in an elimination game 6, Luka rallies around the Phoenix crowd for his first playoff triple-double. And
would have been in the bubble, sorry, but
Game 7 is a show. One play could decide everything, and so, with 12 seconds left, the game is tied before Kawhi Leonard isos, takes the ball to the basket against Luka and lays it in for a 2-point lead. Phoenix calls timeout, and Luka does get the ball, but the Clippers trap him. So Luka makes the right pass. The ball is in Mikal Bridges' hands. He is wide open, and with the series on the line.
Crowder, Bridges for 3. Won't go. Ball knocked out.
A brick. Luka ends this game with 42 points, but he doesn't care. He was that close to a major upset.
Yeah, I could see something like that happening. And to be honest, Luka and Booker would have been a fun highlight reel 1-2 duo, but over time, I don't know how they would have worked together. I mean, over time, they would have had the two guys trying to be ball dominant, 2 guys with opposite mentalities. That might have caused the clash of personalities in the locker room and not having any depth on defense.
That close to an already legendary moment, but he's not distressed. A fire instead is
okay, so the Lakers still win just like in real life.
Lit in him, and the Suns have the NBA looking over their shoulder, completely afraid of what this team is already becoming. At the top of this draft,
2020 draft, updated, Wiseman, LaMelo, Patrick. This is mostly the same.
At pick number 10,
The Boston Celtics select Tyrese Halliburton from Iowa.
No, man. As a Sixers fan, I'm actually glad that didn't happen.
State University.
Tyrese Halliburton on the Celtics is a perfect addition to complement the scoring of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Boston has a young core that is going to become a problem. And with this pick, the Kings are now forced to take Cole Anthony, which is very interesting because the ripple effect is huge. Now the Orlando Magic take their backup option, who is Tyrese Maxey, a different point guard who, of course, becomes one of the biggest steals of this
Oh, man, Sixers are going to suck in this one.
draft. And as we see, the draft changes are piling up here, and now trades are changing right along with them. In the offseason, the Suns need a center, not a point guard, so they target Jonas Valanciunas for Kelly Oubre, which means the New York Knicks pull a big win-now move and send picks plus a lot of salary plus Kevin Knox, who still had value at this point in time, for none other than Chris Paul.
Oh,
we have entered,
man.
wow, the NBA is going to be completely different territory, and the league is seeing those changes.
Yeah, I could still see the Sixers number 1 because Maxey didn't really play that much his rookie year. And in this scenario with him in Orlando, not much would change. But with Chris Paul, though,
changes in the 2021 season.
Oh, son, number 2, Jazz still number 1, Warriors 8. Oh, Warriors actually get the 8 seed in this scenario. I think did they lose to the Grizzlies? Oh, yeah, because the Grizzlies don't have Ja Morant, so that would change the outcome of that game.
Standings. Right away in the 2021 season, Luka.
Oh, wait, where were the Pelicans at in this updated scenario? I mean, to be fair, with a early Ja, the Pelicans may have been better than 11. I mean, over time, with the off-the-court issues and injuries, they'd be stuck in a similar situation they are in real life. But at the time, they may have been a bit. I think they would have been a little bit better early on after the 2019 draft in the short term.
Standings. Right away in the 2021 season, Luka finds himself with a temporary challenger for best young player in the league. As Shai Gilgeous-Alexander struggles through a losing year with the Thunder.
Yeah,
Zion
similar to real
injured
life.
and Washington loses in the first round to a new challenger led by the resurgence of Chris Paul. With Julius Randle as a nightmare for anyone to guard, the New York Knicks earn the number 1 seed in the East and a new title contender is here. Basketball is back in New York. Chris Paul gets more love than he's ever gotten
Okay. Oh, wait.
before, but so does Luka.
Oh, wait. This is the updated scenario. Never mind.
As on the opposite side of the
Oh,
NBA,
Suns are number 1. Jazz fall to 2. Clippers 3. Nuggets 4. Lakers still at. Lakers at 5? Or. Let me trying to think. Well, Mavs wouldn't have been a threat. You know, Spurs were starting to regress. So, yeah, I could potentially see that with a little bit easier road in the West. Lakers could have moved their way up, even with the injuries they had that year.
the top team in the West,
But I don't know. Maybe the 6 seed.
emerges as the Phoenix Suns. This year, Luka generates real MVP buzz, most notably after a 55-point masterpiece. But Nikola Jokic does still win this one.
Yep.
Luka, though, does not take this kindly, and that shows in the playoffs. In round 1, Luka proves to everyone that no mistake was made for pick number 1. He scores time and time again at the rim easily versus DeAndre Ayton, and overall, Luka averages 35 points per game in a sweep. Then comes MVP Nikola Jokic, and again, the Suns are just simply better. But this time, it's Devin Booker who averages over 30, while Luka is able to focus more on his
So in this scenario, it's the trio of Luka, Booker, Bridges. All right. But then as far as their center goes, who was it again that he just...
playmaking. So even though Jokic is an absolute monster, the Suns win round 2. They win the Western Conference Finals. They are competing for a championship. And in the East,
Could the Suns have still beat... Maybe. I don't...
the Bucks and Knicks reach the conference finals, but it's here
That would have been... Oh, that would have been good, T. That would have been fun series.
where Chris Paul still can't get over the hump. Giannis is an unstoppable force, and just like that, we have a Suns-Bucks NBA Finals, just like what happened in real life. But this time with Luka and Valanciunas instead of Chris Paul and DeAndre Ayton. And while we lose a real-life iconic Giannis block, this series is still full of iconic moments. In Game 5, tied 2-2,
Bucks
down by
win.
1. Giannis gets the ball late and can't make it to the rim, so he throws up a jumper at the buzzer end. A game winner in the finals, wow. But there is no time to celebrate because a blowout in Game 6 sets the stage for an insane Game 7. And we are zooming into just 30 seconds left where the Suns are up by 2 after a Devin Booker jumper. Again, Milwaukee gives it to Giannis. He ISOs, and this time Giannis can't connect. Luka puts this away at the free throw line, and the Phoenix Suns have done it. Just 3 seasons into
I don't know. I'm kind of iffy on whether in this alternative scenario the Suns would have won.
his career,
Because who's playing defense and who's stopping Giannis?
Luka's legacy has changed.
I mean, they didn't have anyone on their actual roster that could stop him. And knowing Luka's lack of good defense, I don't see that changing here.
forever. He has the championship ring he has been dreaming of in real life, but he wants a dynasty, and the Thunder, despite having a terrible year, are about to become real challengers soon. For now, though, the 2021 draft is here, and suddenly, the Magic have the third pick and team Tyrese Maxey up with Evan Mobley. Orlando is making some moves. They do lose Jalen Suggs, who goes to the Cavs instead, and Trey Murphy notably ends up with the Pacers. But it's really this offseason that gives us the most drama. Russell Westbrook is a mistake the Lakers just cannot avoid. He still ends up in Los Angeles, but this time for Lonzo Ball, who wasn't traded before. The real big change, though,
that
in the original
make a whole lot of a difference.
2021 offseason, DeMar DeRozan was considering the Knicks but ended up on the Bulls. Now, with Chris Paul in the mix, DeRozan senses a real chance to play for a title contender, and New York goes all in. They're pushing to win a championship with a veteran core of Julius Randle, DeMar DeRozan, and Chris Paul. And if someone is going to challenge Phoenix, it's going to come from the East. Because in the
Now I'm more curious where Brunson's going in this scenario.
22 season, the Knicks and Celtics battle it out all year. In New York, DeRozan becomes a fan favorite. He is a bucket, but in Boston, Tyrese Halliburton is breaking out. He throws assist after assist to Jason Tatum, who becomes first-team All-NBA. And Boston earns the #1 seed in the East. And both of these teams make it all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals. But it's here where the New York Knicks come out on top. Chris Paul plays out of his mind. He's trying to rewrite his legacy with his first ring, and while Julius Randle has a nagging quad injury, he sucks it up. He gives New York a 30-piece in a deciding Game 6. The Knicks are in the finals. In the West, the Suns now have that championship
updated Suns #1. I still think it's Warriors Celtics in the finals.
Confidence that creates an unbeatable aura. They smash past the first 2 rounds of the playoffs, then easily win the first 2 games of the Western Conference Finals against the Golden State Warriors. Luka's laughing. He's having a good time. Devin Booker starts to make fun of Steph Curry. We may have a mistake here. Steph
The irony.
Responds big time with back-to-back,
because everyone knows what that scenario played out in real life with the Mavs and Suns.
40-point games to tie this series at 2 games apiece. Phoenix feels this slap in the face. They come back with a 24-point win of their own, but then in Game 6, Clay and Jordan Poole combined for 50 points in a close Warriors victory. This is Luka's story, though, and in Game 7, he gets humbled. Steph Curry scores 45 points in an all-time legendary performance, and Phoenix gets sent home in a shocking development. And then Steph just continues his dominance in the NBA Finals. But the city of New York is alive. They believe in this team. They have hope. They have Chris Paul, who disappoints in the finals yet again. The Knicks end up only taking a single finals game against the Warriors as Steph cements his legacy, which is great for him.
Yeah, Warriors, I think it would still be Warriors Celtics, just like real life.
Because the 2022 draft brings us huge changes. The thing is, though, if Shea is going to be Luka's rival, he's going to need some help. Not only does Paolo Banchero go #1 to the Detroit Pistons, changing everything there.
Oh, yep, domino effect.
But with pick #2...
With the second pick in the 2022 NBA Draft, the Indiana Pacers select Chet Holmgren from Gonzaga University.
Due to all of the changes in standings we've been seeing, the Thunder lose their defensive centerpiece, and even though they do get Keegan Murray at pick #5, the Clippers made the playoffs in our new reality, so Jalen Williams, who was taken with the Clippers.
Let's see, Chet Holmgren, Pacers, Jabari Smith, Jaden Ivey going to the Wizards, Keegan Murray to the Thunder, Shaedon Sharpe, Blazers, Benedict Mathurin, Kings, Dyson Daniels, Pels, Jalen Williams to the Magic. Ooh, that. You got SGA, Keegan Murray. I don't think that would. So far, that's not enough to put them in title contention for 2025 and odds of repeating like they are in real life.
pick now forms an incredibly promising trio with Tyrese Maxey and Evan Mobley in Orlando. Quick last note on this draft, Jalen Duren is a great replacement for Mobley at pick number 12 for the Cavs, but the Thunder now
In the long term, yes.
need to make a move to get Shea some help. Their young core has evaporated. Sam Presti recognizes this. He decides to pull the trigger and move some of the picks he's gained along with Josh Giddey to the Pacers for Domantas Sabonis. Because remember,
oh man. Man, Sabonis on the Thunder, man. I really hope he doesn't see this video because he'll feel so depressed being stuck in Sacramento.
Because Tyrese Halliburton is now in the Celtics, the Kings couldn't trade for Sabonis, so it's the Thunder who profit. And OKC is now finally a threat. They actually have a breakout year with 51 wins while earning
Updated Suns. Let's see, would Bridges still be there? Luka, Booker. Only thing I wonder is, over time, could Luka and Booker still be teammates, or would the chemistry fall off? Still got Lakers, the 4 seed. Trying to figure out how they make it to the 4 seed, because in real life, they had that horrible Westbrook trade. They got out of it right at the trade deadline and got made the play-in. I don't see how they get to the 4 seed. Hold on. Did I miss something? I'm scanning to try to remember. Did I miss something with the Lakers?
the 3rd seed in the West, as in real life, Chet sat out with an injury, but now Sabonis is an all-star and this roster is moving. Shea has emerged as an MVP caliber player. The Thunder still have picks to make future trades. They are a real threat to Luka and the Suns, which means the Suns make the same move as they did in real life. A huge blockbuster trade for Kevin Durant that shakes the NBA to its core. Because now Kevin Durant is not joining an undermanned team. He's joining a title contender with Luka. And let's remember, when the Nets traded away their core, Kyrie Irving was moved to Dallas, but the Mavericks still
All right, let's see. What?
have Jalen Brunson. They didn't let him walk with Luka not on the roster, which means Kyrie has to go somewhere else, and the Los Angeles Lakers decide.
Now that explains how they go to the number 4 seed.
They can't sit on their hands. So Los Angeles takes what was seen as a risk at the time and bring in Kyrie Irving, teaming him back up with LeBron as the media goes crazy. Can they fit back together? Will there be
Oh man, good media would have had a field day with this story.
drama? The answer, no, at least not right away. The Lakers with Kyrie, LeBron, and Anthony Davis take down the defending champion Golden State Warriors. Then their second round series against the Suns is the stuff fans dream of. Phoenix is still getting used to the addition of Kevin Durant. LeBron
Yeah, I think the Lakers win this, and we still get Lakers Nuggets.
plays absolutely out of his mind, and Luka gets almost humbled again. This time, Phoenix does pull it out and takes.
I don't agree with that. I think because LeBron and Kyrie, it's doable. Those two could work together because they did it before. I could see the Lakers still winning because I'm just
home a Game 7 win.
To me, this Suns team in this alternative scenario is just a good regular season team at best. I just don't see them as contenders.
At least for now, they're safe, but the Thunder are a real threat. Shea and Sabonis are cooking, but Jokic is just too good here. So the Western Conference Finals is a Suns vs. Nuggets bloodbath, but the Suns rewrite history. They bounce past the Denver Nuggets, they make another NBA Finals, and Luka gets the award he's been waiting for. This year's MVP does not go to Joel Embiid. Instead, it is lifted up by none other than Luka Doncic. But in the Finals, a new challenger emerges. The Boston Celtics in the Eastern Conference have become a near super team. We knew this was building, but wow, how things have changed. Boston wins 65.
Oh yeah, that's KD though. But I gotta ask the question though, in this timeline, who do the Suns give up to trade KD? Would that even be a doable trade with the changes? So, I mean, it sounds cool, the trio of Doncic, Bridges, and not Bridges, Doncic, what's his face? my mind slipping right now. With KD, Luka, and Booker. But would the Suns have the pieces to make that happen? I don't know.
5 games in the regular season as an efficient machine. They make a lot of threes. They play great defense, and they dismantle everyone on the way to an Eastern Conference championship. And while fans rip Jason Tatum for emulating Kobe Bryant a bit too much in the finals, Tatum begins to come through in the final series. He scores 34 points in Game 2. He scores another 31 in Game 5, and Boston takes a 3-2 series lead. Phoenix is in a danger zone, and that is when Devin Booker...
Remember, Halliburton's on the Celtics in this scenario too.
Has the worst game of his life, shooting 2 for 14 from the field, and even behind a 37-point game from Kevin Durant, the Suns lose yet again as the Boston Celtics hold up the Larry O.B. Their new big three of Tyrese Halliburton, Jaylen Brown, and Jason Tatum will be a problem for years to come. And at this point in his life, Luka does...
Although I do think it would have been Nuggets and Celtics in this alternate scenario.
Have a ring. He now has an MVP, but even though he is on the cusp of greatness, he knows this is not enough yet. The answer to Luka's problems, though, will not come in the form of the 2023 draft. For the first time in a while, the power balance in the NBA doesn't really change here. Wemby is
yeah, pretty much.
still a Spur. Scoot Henderson does become a Wizard, and Zion doesn't call him to welcome him to the team. The real biggest thing in this offseason is that the Suns do not trade for Bradley Beal because they don't need him with Luka. So in reality, it's kind of a slow offseason because the 2024 offseason is about to be insane. And we'll get there somewhat quickly because the 2024 season really comes down to the Boston Celtics are still kings in the East, although the Magic with Tyrese Maxey, Evan Mobley, and Jalen Williams are emerging.
Celtics, Magic, yeah.
That is our Eastern Conference Finals matchup, but Boston is just too much. In the West, though, the Thunder have become real threats, and the 2024 Western Conference Finals between the Thunder and the Suns is a show. In Game 1, Shea takes it to Luka, putting up 42 points with 8 assists as Oklahoma City steals home court advantage. And from there, the team's trade wins, which means it all comes down to a Game 7, and suddenly, it's Luka's playmaking that becomes the story. He starts off the first quarter with 8 assists, 4 to Kevin Durant alone, and Kevin Durant works to rewrite his own legacy. The Thunder were the team he could never win a title with, but he can take them down on the way to another title of his own. And at the very least, he does that in the Western Conference Finals, leading the Suns to a Game 7 win with a 40 bomb. So it's the Celtics and the Suns for a championship yet again, and Luka has entered a new era. In Game 1, 34-point triple-double, Suns win. Game 2, 27-point triple-double, Suns win. Game 3, 47 points from Luka, Suns win. Boston is in shock, but without Drew Holiday now, the Celtics struggle to guard Luka as Tyrese Halliburton has to guard someone on this roster, and Phoenix takes advantage. But Boston fights. They avoid the ultimate embarrassment in Game 4. Halliburton has 25 points and 15 assists to somewhat make up for his defensive shortcomings. And then in Game 5, we have more of the same. The Suns continue to dominate. Devin Booker redeems himself as he leads Phoenix in scoring, and Luka wins Finals MVP to go along with the regular season MVP as well. Jokic had a monster year. He was a well-deserving winner, but Luka gets the nod as the Suns won 68 games in the regular season, tipping the scales to him. So now, headed into our final season, we're left with just one more question. Can Phoenix lock in a dynasty, and can Luka Doncic enter the young GOAT race by collecting even more hardware? And so now we are walking onto the court in the 2025 Western Conference Finals, where it's going to be tough. Phoenix has developed a reputation of a potential dynasty in progress with Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Luka Doncic, but their window is closing as Kevin Durant gets older and older. What's worse, to end the season, KD goes down with an ankle injury and is forced to sit the entire first round of the playoffs. But the Suns prove to be fine. Luka and Book have enough talent to carry, and so it is the Phoenix Suns who face off against the Oklahoma City Thunder for a chance at the 2025 NBA Finals. But suddenly, the Thunder have a lot more help. Because in the 2024 offseason, Sam Presti knew he needed to make a move. And without Jalen Williams on this roster, OKC had a need for more scoring. It has since been reported in real life that the Warriors could have acquired Lauri Markkanen from the Jazz if they were willing to pay the price at the time, but Draymond Green shut down that trade, saying it wasn't the right move. The Thunder do not shut down this deal. They're willing to include Keegan Murray and a bunch of picks for Lowry, and now the Oklahoma City Thunder are a dangerous, unstoppable offensive force. And they, in fact, lead the NBA in wins in the 2025 season, which means they're the top seed in the West. And in Game 1, Lauri Markkanen connects on 6 threes, and OKC takes the win. But with his own legacy on the line, Kevin Durant proves he's ready to play. Luka and Devin Booker struggle a bit with their shots in Games 2 and 3, but Kevin Durant first scores 35 points and then gives us 40 in back-to-back games, and the Suns are up 2-1 in this series. The team's trade wins, and now Phoenix has a chance to clinch this at home, and with 30 seconds left, down by 1, Luka spots up for a 3 that connects. He gives Phoenix a 2-point lead, and so now, series on the line. For years, Shea has been waiting for this chance. He's been waiting for the opportunity to get revenge over his biggest rival. The Thunder give him the ball, and the refs stay silent on what could have been considered a foul.
There's nothing like a complimentary.
All right, I'm going to get rid of this ad real quick. All right, back to sharing we go.
Is that Luka has taken down his rival again. He and the Phoenix Suns have survived a Thunder team that was built to beat them. Man. And now in the NBA Finals, Phoenix is...
would Luka and Booker be able to be teammates for all those years? I don't know about that. Grant, obviously, don't get me wrong. I enjoy this scenario for something different. This would be fun to explore on a 2K. My era is starting in the Curry era.
Matched up against the Orlando Magic. Tyrese Maxey, Jalen Williams, and Evan Mobley proved to be a good enough big three to have an Indiana Pacers type surprise run. And because Jason Tatum does still get injured in these playoffs, it is Orlando who shines through. Orlando is hot, and they have all of the confidence in the world, but the Suns are experienced. In Game 1 of the 2025 Finals, Luka gives us 28 points, 14 assists, and 12 rebounds, making this a blowout. The Magic are slapped back into reality, and Phoenix also takes Game 2. But Orlando battles back. They win Game 3 as Tyrese Maxey explodes for 38 points and 7 assists, and they have hope, but maybe they shouldn't because the Suns just cruise. They are just too good, and the real finals actually took place 1 round ago. Because just like that, we have another Luka Doncic championship, securing his place in history even more. And while in 2025, Nikola Jokic is actually named the MVP over Shea as voter fatigue for Jokic has not yet kicked in, we are still living in a world where Luka has 2 MVPs, 2 championships, and is still just 26 years old. The Celtics, if they can remain healthy, now have a budding super team of their own. The Magic have taken a leap in a ripple we never saw coming, and the Thunder have still managed to build a consistent contender.
All right, I'll stop the sharing right there. So that was fun for something different. Kind of get to explore. Like I said, that would be awesome on a 2K my era to do. Now, I didn't agree with every result in this, but it still was fun to watch. And I know if you got Korzemba, we're following since the beginning, Korzemba said he'd like to do one of these a month, and that was one of the trademarks of his channel. So before we move on, I'm just going to share the link to Mike Korzemba's YouTube channel for those of you that haven't seen it. So shout out to him, and that's where you can go to sub him up. And now we're going to switch gears to the second part of this live stream. We're going to do some tier rankers right here. Because, you guys know there's a million of these on the internet. So I'm just going to have a little bit of fun, do some tier rankers. So give me 1 second. I'm going to upload it up. So I'm going to share the screen with you guys in just a second. So I'm just going to So, all right, here we go. Now, let's do this. I'm going to share the screen with you guys. All right, here we go. So, we're going to do a tier ranker right here. So, ranking all the NBA logos. Let's do this. So we're going to go A, B, C, D, and F. These are... Now, this was from a couple years ago. It's still kind of recent, but years ago. So let's go through this, shall we? I mean, the Bulls are still... Let's see, can I enlarge the screen right here? Hold on a second. So you got the Pistons. Pistons is still kind of cool. I mean, the Nuggets, I still like those 2000s logos better. They're just kind of mid. Pelicans, I'm not really a big fan of that one right there. It's going to be D. The Magic's okay. Wizards, no, I'm not feeling that logo. Although the Hornets actually do have a cool logo. And even the Warriors, that's an awesome logo with the Golden State Bridge on it to match to them now being in San Francisco. Actually putting that in the A tier. Yeah, that's awesome because it fits the San Francisco theme perfectly. The Heat, I got to put them up there. I still think their 90s logo was the best, but even by today's standards, they still have a good logo. Nets are still pretty good. The Brooklyn Nets logo is actually kind of probably one of their best logos. Pacers, and more of a C level. Yeah, I mean, Sixers, I'm honestly not the biggest fan of that one, even as a Sixers fan. Especially, it's all right. I mean, Blazers still kind of have a cool logo. I'll give them a B. Hornets, honestly, that's the best part about them is their logo. I'm still going to put the Hornets as a B for their logo. The Raptors, that one's all right, kind of cool. Sticking with that like Jurassic Park kind of theme. Like dinosaur kind of theme. But not, it takes away the jokes of being the Barney team, which they got roasted on back in the day. Oh, boy. Although the Atlanta Hawks, see, Mavericks. All right, logo-wise. The T-Wolves logo is kind of cool. See, Hawks, I love their logo is kind of awesome. I'll give them a Knicks. Knicks are still solid. Lakers are kind of by default one of the best logos. OKC Thunder, it would have been better if you actually had like a bolt kind of similar, kind of a ripoff of the Chargers logo. That would have been really cool. And it would have fit better with the Thunder name to be like a Thunderbolt. So I'm not really a big fan of that logo. Let's see. Oh, the Clippers. It's a tad bit better than their current logo, so I'll give it a D. The Rockets, Rockets have a nice logo. I still got to give them that. That's still kind of sweet. Oh, Bulls, hey, the Bulls still have that awesome logo with the horns. All right, so I'm giving them Cavaliers. It's more of a mid-level. The Jazz, Utah Jazz logo ain't all that inspiring. Kings, sorry. The Suns, yeah, I've liked some of their previous logos better, so I'm just giving that a C. The Bucks are okay. The Spurs are still kind of cool. They still kind of keep their old school stylish logo, so I give that a B and a B. And then the Grizzlies, although their original logo, the Vancouver logo, that was phenomenal, though. Maybe I might do a retro. I might look for some retro NBA logos next and try to rank those. Celtics, it still kind of has that nostalgic, prestigious feel to it, so I'll objectively give it a B. So, here we go. Let's see. It's got top tier Warriors, which representing the San Fran Golden State Bridge. Heat, still awesome. Hawks, pretty cool. Lakers, Rockets, and Bulls are kind of the top ones. Then the B tier, got Pistons, Nets, Blazers, Hornets, Raptors, T-Wolves, Knicks, Spurs, and Celtics. The C tier, you got the Denver Nuggets. I mean, it's got like the basketball and the Rocky Mountains in it, so that's kind of cool. Fits the area, but it's not all that special. Magic's logo's okay. And then you have the Pacers, just meh. Sixers, meh. A lot of mehs at the C level. Pelicans, Wizards, I'm not really a fan of their logos at all. You know what? I would even give the Pelicans. I like the Thunder. I feel like it's a disappointment. They should have done like a bolt, just like the Chargers, like I said. Clippers, well, it's better than their current logo by a slight bit, so I was generous and gave them a D instead of an F. And the Jazz, let's just say their older logos were better. Kings, I'm not really feeling that one. I don't know if I want to necessarily create an account, so just forget that download. Hold on a sec. Let me look for a tier. Let me look for a new one. Let me see if I can do a retro one. Ooh, this might be fun. Let me take sure I got... Ooh, we got some nice retro ones here that I'm going to rate. Oh, I think this will actually be a lot of fun. Let me just make sure I got the categories, because you can edit the categories on this tier ranker too. So, got Elite. I'm going to go with Legend, Classic, Decent, Garbage, and we'll just say this one. All right, so we got Legend, Classic, Decent, and Garbage are going to be our tiers for this one. So let's take a look at what we got first. We got Charlotte Bobcats. It was okay. Although the current Hornets logo is better than their original Bobcats logo when Michael Jordan was first running the team before he got the rights to the Hornets name back. That's just okay. Blazers, that was a classic. Milwaukee Bucks, I like this one. Oh, this was a good Hawks one right here, too. We got a few classics here. Knicks. Oh, I got a legend right here. Phoenix Suns in the 90s. That was a great logo. With the sun and the basketball. Oh, that was perfect. Knicks. I got to go with classic, although Sixers, let's just get it out the way. I know I'm bouncing around. I'll go with Legend for the Sixers. That was a phenomenal logo. Wizards. Wizards, this was kind of a classic. Cavs, trash. Dallas Mavericks, trash. Oh, here we go. We got another legend right here. This old school 90s Miami Heat logo from the Run CMC Alonzo Mourning era. Oh, this is a classic right here. Oh, Rockets. There's another legendary one with the actual rocket on the basketball in the logo. That was awesome. Celtics and Lakers, of course, these are legendary logos. Classic, I go the Charlotte Hornets. T-Wolves, the original Timberwolf was decent. Spurs, that was a classic right there. The pink, orange, and light blue, that was cool. Raptors. This was all right. It was decent. I'll go Jazz. That was a nice logo right there. I'll give that a classic. Ooh, that Detroit Pistons logo. That right there was Supersonics. Ooh, there's a good one. City, Seattle. Sacramento Kings. Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of that one right there. Clippers. It was decent. Grizzlies. That was a classic right there. I love that one with the old Grizzlies logo. Oh, Warriors, that was a classic. I still like their current logo better, but that was pretty good too. The Orlando Magic logo, with the star in the middle represent Disney. It was okay, but nothing great. Of course, Chicago Bulls, I got to go with the legend ranking on that one. Pacers, oh, this was classic. I like this older logo better. Nugget of the Nets. This was okay. In the Denver Nuggets, at first you may look at that and think, what in the world is that? Remember, this was back during the 80s, during the more hipster era. So I'll just say that logo fit the time, referring to this Denver Nuggets one. But it doesn't hold up as well compared to their 90s logo during the Dikembe Mutombo years and their Carmelo Anthony years. So I'll just say it fit at the time, but nothing special. So I'll give it a decent rating. So there's my Rango legend. Got the Suns, the Sixers, Iverson era, the Miami Heat, Lonzo Mourning era, Rockets with the rocket attached to the logo. Classic Celtics, classic Lakers, classic Bulls, legendary. I know I'm contradicting myself by saying legend class, but okay, legendary logos. Classic, that Blazers throwback, Suns, Hawks. A lot of these logos in the classic tier were really good, but I don't feel like they had the same. They didn't stand out as well as some of the legendary ones, so I put them in the classic. These right here, the Bobcat one was okay. Timberwolf, that was okay. Clippers, like this Nets, they were all right, but if you compare them from a visual to the top two tiers, they just don't match up. Now, the Nuggets, you may think is trash, but I only give it a decent because it did fit the time, but hasn't really aged as well in the process. So I'll be a little bit generous to the Denver Nuggets and just give it a decent because it was just a product of the times with the hipster 80s. So all right, so there's my rankings on that one. Let's see, is there another tier I could find right there? Ooh, let's do classic. While we're still doing sports logos, let's do classic NFL logos. Let's see if there's. Ooh, this might be this should be a fun one, including NFL team logos, including historical. Wait, I want to change the categories right here and go. Give me 1 second. So we're going to edit the categories. I'm not going to have all these categories. I'm going to eliminate some. We'll do the same categories as with the last one. Decent and, I'll say trashed. And then we'll delete the ones down here. So we're going to delete these rows right here and just go off those. I'm actually going to go in order. Let's see. Because you're going to have, let's see, the Cardinals. Let's see. You got start with the Arizona Cardinals. It's okay. Not the greatest logo, but not the worst. Got 3 straight Panther logos. I feel like these two are decent. Oh, this one's actually a pretty good logo. Old school Chicago Bears. Let's see. You got I don't really know. That's not really a big fan of that one. This one's okay, but then this bear, the current logo, I'll give that a classic. Oh, the Bengals. Oh, this one. Oh, here's an awesome logo. This one's this. What the hell? That's a Bull Browns logo, it looks like. Yeah, that's trash. We'll just this is a slight upgrade. I like this logo better. Ooh, the dog pound logo for the Browns. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. Yeah, this is okay. Cowboys, I mean, it's their trademark, so I got to be fair and give it props. Just for historical reasons, even as an Eagles fan. This Broncos, I don't know what the heck. Dude, what is that? Seriously? Is that even a real logo? Or is someone making that up? Because I'm sorry, that's just trash. This one's kind of cool right here. One right here, I'm not really a big fan of. Although this right here, nah, this is all right. Lions, I'm sorry. What is that? Although the Detroit Lions logo right here, this one of the best logos. This Packers logo, I don't know what the hell that is. Oh, throwback Falcons. All right. Put that in the classic. Then you got Green Bay Packers, one of the most infamous logos. Texans, it's not that bad, actually. It's not the best logo, but far from the worst. I'll give this logo with the bullhorns a classic rating. The Colts, I got to give this one the legend. I'm not a fan of that one. Sorry, no offense to any old school Colts fans, but yeah, I'm just not feeling that one. Jaguars. That logo, it's okay, but this looks a lot better in comparison. Kansas City, that's one of the best logos. Raiders, that's a legendary historic logo right there. Chargers, the color scheme's all right. I'll give this a classic. It's actually kind of nice. Falcons, one of the best logos. Same with this one for the Chargers. Let's see, the Rams. Oh, this could be fun. I mean, I'm sorry. The Rams may be one of the better teams, but logo-wise, yeah. Trash. This is trash. And this one I got to put in the classic tier. Miami Dolphins logos. Let's see. This one I'm not really a big fan of. Well, this is a nice little classic logo from the 7. Miami Dolphins have had some good ones. Oh, we got 2 Ravens logos. Oh, here we go. This one, I'm going to give this a top tier. This is easily the best logo in Ravens history. Bar none. Let's see. What else do we got? Vikings. This one's okay. But then you got, let's see, Patriots. Oh, this is actually a pretty good one, actually. I actually got to put that in the gun. That's actually pretty good. Ooh, the Saints. Let's see. This was their old school logo. That was probably the best part about the team at the time. This one's okay. Yeah, these 2 are okay. Although the old school logo-wise, that was actually pretty sweet. This one right here. Let's see, the Giants, I'll put that in the classic tier. Jets, the helicopter, it's just average. Although I'll give this one the classic tier to be fair. Ravens logo, that one's okay. Eagles, we got the Eagles time, baby. This one's all right. But I'm going with this logo in the legendary tier all the way up. Give me 1 second. Let me just make sure I put it in the right tier. I'm giving this throwback Eagles with the Kelly green. Oh, this is a legendary one right here. One of the best logos. And then I'll go classic for... I'm trying to scroll up the classic. So I'll put the current Eagles logo at classic. We got a lot of good logos so far. This Steelers, what in... Nah. Old school 49ers, nah. Well, here's another throwback Ravens, which I think is okay. That's an okay. Nah, I'm not really feeling that one. Steelers, that's... Oh, I'm actually going to put this classic tier 49ers. That's going to the legendary tier. I can tell. I don't know. All right, let's get the trash out the way. This Titan logo, wait, no. These two Washington logos are trash. What? But nah. Let's just get the trash ones out the way. Make it simpler from here. Buccaneers, that pirate ship, that's okay. It's a little more bearable than some of the trash ones, but I just think it's average at best. See, Titans are... this logo is actually pretty cool, so... Let's see, Seahawks. Buccaneers, pirate logo. Buccaneers, their logos are just kind of decent. Buffalo Bills, that throwback. That's a classic. Well, I'm actually going to go a little high. Let's see. Now, I'm actually going to put this in the legend tier, actually. I'll even put this old Patriots logo in the legend tier, too, because I'm judging based on the quality of the logo, not based on team success during that. That's why you see the Falcons. Those are higher. Seahawks, Washington. This was a... And then this Seahawks one right here, I'll put that. I'm going to say this one's actually their best logo. Well, give me 1 sec. I'll go with this as the best logo. Now I think about what I think. Nah, actually, I like this logo better. Now, I'll put this down at classic. This one's just okay. So there we go. That's my logos right there. You see the trash. Oh, we got a lot. Trash, the Rams. A lot of their logos have been bad. Like, yeah, the less said about those, the better. We move up to the decent tier. Saints had a few decent. Bucks, mostly decent. This is okay. This one's all right with the Broncos. Actually move this Panthers one up. The helmet's okay. Oh, the Dog Pound one kind of looks cool. Yeah, I actually put the Jets one in the legendary tier because I'm ranking on quality of logos, not. All right, so there we have it, folks. So, all right, that was a little fun. Came on here about an hour, did some logo sharing. So, something different, something unique. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Maybe I'll do something like this down the line, but hey, for now, this was a fun little activity. So, hope you guys enjoyed. It's your boy Nicky Steve signing off. Until next time, which will be tomorrow at noon for the 3-Point Blitz, episode 51, followed by Pick'ems at 8 with Agent Warrior X. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Have a great rest of your night. Until next time, it's your boy Nicky Steve signing off. Peace.